Welcome, sports fans. It is that time of the week again. It is Monday afternoon. It is time for the ProView Weekly Rundown. I am Josh Beartrap Brown. In the cave, as always, is Jason Southwest Pole. And on assignment, our man with the plan, Baldwin Ball So Hard Iowani. Alden, how's it going, man?
What's up? Just here chilling in where the touchback heard around the world happened, and
Is that Stefanski sitting there with his head, trying to peek in, see if that was really a fumble or not?
That caused a lot of controversy over the weekend. People saying, oh, it was a helmet-to-helmet hit. Oh, it's a touchback, maybe possibly looking into changing the touchback rules, which I think is dumb because there's gotta be some sort of penalty for fumbling it into your own end zone.
He fumbled the ball before the ball crossed the end zone. That is a touchback. Leave the rule the same. Helmet to helmet though. That was dirty.
That was a pretty. Put that guy on concussion protocol like a couple others from the Chiefs.
That was a clearer helmet to helmet than Pat Mahomes. I mean, everyone's claiming, for Wilson, I believe that was a linebacker from Cleveland.
But if you're the Browns.
Yeah. I mean, the Browns got hosed out. They're saying, oh, Wilson was dirty play. I think even Mahomes' mom was calling him out saying it was a dirty play. No, that wasn't dirty play. He ran, he got tackled, he got wrapped around weird, and his head hit the ground.
How about that? Jay almost getting the AFC bracket down with that Cleveland Browns Bills AFC Championship game. It almost happened. He almost called it.
It almost happened.
But you know what? Since we're talking NFL, why don't we just go into it? Hype or not hype with Ball So Hard University. Ball So Hard University. You know what? And we're just gonna keep it football. We weren't here last week. We were on assignment last week. So let's just kind of go over what's been going on in the playoffs the past couple of weeks. How about the Steelers losing on purpose to play the Browns, and then they lose to the Browns?
Not what you wanted, and it wasn't what you wanted.
And wow, and then Baltimore pulling off the upset against Tennessee, holding it down.
Indianapolis almost upset the Bills and almost upset our bracket there.
Yeah, the Indianapolis, definitely Phillip Rivers having a chance at the end, but couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, that NFC side, Seattle did not show up.
Yeah, they laid an egg, so to speak. Yeah. And the Rams looked like a great team looked like they might make some noise in this playoffs after that first.
And Goff coming in with a broken thumb, throwing up ducks, and they still win it. That's where they went against it. I mean, I know Aaron Donald went down, but if they just ran the ball, stepped up a little bit on defense, I don't know. I think they beat the Packers there, but didn't happen.
And then the Washington football team in their playoff debut as the football team. Met Tom Brady in the first round.
Terrific Tom Brady.
And but Washington did play well despite having their third string quarterback
Alex Smith not able to play. They got from Old Dominion. That was Gecky or
something like that.
So he couldn't pull it off. I mean, it wasn't going to happen against terrific Tom, and then. This weekend was great. This was great football all around. All 4 games were good games this weekend.
And then also to just wrap it up, that Chicago Saints game wasn't really too big of a contest.
I forgot
if
about
they
that.
If they would have caught that touchdown pass in the first half, that went right through the basket.
Yep.
And it happens to the best of us. Even
Didn't one of their receivers get kicked out again for throwing another punch?
I think so.
Didn't that happen a couple weeks ago where that was the same? It was Saints versus Bears, and the receiver and cornerback started throwing blows, or if you could even call it that.
Yeah.
I wish we had that video. Looked like they were cluck dancing,
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
You didn't want to get fined. I didn't throw a punch.
Yeah, he didn't throw a punch. It was a half attempted a swing, but it happened again. Saints won anyway.
And then let's go to this past weekend, the divisional round starting in the AFC. Cleveland versus Kansas City. We kind of already talked about it, guys. Wow, what a game! What a game! Mahomes was he got his ankle rolling up. His ankle obviously wasn't 100%. He was still good to play.
Oh, yeah.
And then he got that concussion in the end zone. And
that was more than, man, he was out. He was thinking he really was Kermit the Frog on that one, man. He came up. You know where? Yes, I'm in Kansas City. Who are you? I'm Kermit the Frog.
Kansas City.
Kansas City, and I'm Kermit the Frog.
It's actually Missouri, but hey,
Speedy,
close enough.
Speedy recover to him because they're going to need it. The Chiefs and Bills, that is the one I'm looking forward to. I know Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. Everyone's looking, Tom Brady, is he going to play? He's going to be here next year. It doesn't matter. Tom said he's going to play like 3 more years.
Hey, I'm excited for a lot of these teams that I think it's cool that the new era is starting to take over. There's a lot of these teams we're not used to seeing in the playoffs, made the playoffs this year. That's just interesting in that, the Browns, they're gonna come back next year with the chip on their shoulder. Maybe it's probably better for them that they lost this game because now they know that they legitimately had a chance. With Odell Beckham coming back next year, we'll see. I don't know what his contract situation is there. But you would think with an Odell Beckham Jr. coming back, Cleveland's going to be right back in the mix. Maybe with Big Ben possibly hanging up the cleats.
I mean, you're right. I see that whole wave change. If you look at that whole AFC side, I mean, look at all those quarterbacks. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, if you looked at Ben Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers were the oldest guys in the AFC there. Everyone else, you had Baker Mayfield. You have Lamar Jackson there. You have, Tannehill,
Yep.
Allen, and then you have, obviously, Patrick Mahomes there at Kansas City. I mean, look at the semifinals. I mean,
this might be the last time in like the past 30 years that Roethlisberger, Brady, Manning already retired, but this next year might be the first year that we don't have at least one of those quarterbacks.
It is, man. I mean, Brady. We'll see what the Bucks do.
Ben's looking a little tired.
He is, man. The NFC, all those old quarterbacks from the AFC are disappearing. The NFC, Brady, Rodgers, and I guess Brees. I mean, there were reports before that said Brees, he had said he's done after this one, but I mean, seeing him leave, just he glanced up and looked at a couple things, and people were saying, that's him just taking it in one last time. I don't know, man. That's the look of the competitor going, man, that tastes ugly.
I mean, he's still good.
He didn't like that taste, though. He did, man. He might have one more year, maybe 2. People are thinking Brees is done. The taste in his mouth, especially after that defeat. 3 interceptions against Brady. I don't see him leaving like that.
No way.
And then also too, in that other game we had the Ravens and the Bills in a very Buffalo Bill like atmosphere, guys. The wind was blowing, gusting, low scoring game in the first half. Low scoring game in general for these two teams.
It was 3-3 at half. And
Lamar Jackson, I thought he was going to do his Paul Pierce impersonation again and come running out of the tunnel ready to pull the comeback, but he also out with the concussion.
Yeah, man, they don't mess around with concussions, which is good, man. That shows the NFL is actually changing their ways. Because, 4 or 5 years ago, that top player, that $1 million player, that MVP player, he gets concussion. He's going into the booth, and they're going, okay, you're good. Yeah. He's back in. He's playing again now. Yeah.
And their backup, almost let him down the field.
Let him down. Couple. That was just, 2 touchdowns were scored, 1 offensive by the Bills, their opening drive, and it looked like the Ravens were driving their first drive of the second half, and then that 101-yard return for a touchdown.
Just really put the nail
that
on
was
the
just
coffin.
He did. That one was just Jackson. He watched it all the way. All those replays, you just watch his eyes. When you're a middle linebacker, safety on the goal line, and the quarterback's eyes never leave his target. Yeah, and that's pick city.
And
every time.
and it's kind of predictable when they're not running the ball like they normally do. It's just like they're going to Andrews in the end zone.
Yep.
It's like, it's kind of like Kansas City with Mahomes. He
has
all those weapons, but once he gets in he's looking for 87 the whole time.
He's going 87 no matter what, and he showed it there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was open, but didn't Kelsey? He got popped at the 2, and then Hardman was there, so he just kind of rode his back to the end zone.
Yeah.
Kelsey weighs so much, and he's so tall that he just kind of leaned on him, and trajectory took him into the end zone.
And it's the hashtag. It's the anything can happen.
Anything
Saves
can
the
happen.
Game.
Yeah, but I mean another close game, and then let's go to the NFC side. What about the Green Bay Packers? Man, they're looking really good. That offense is looking
Just can't
real
double
potent.
check.
Let's see in this championship game what happens. LA, I think that they beat a Seahawks team that was already on the decline. Let's be real.
Yeah, they peaked mid-season and they went down. They were stalling out by the time they got to the playoffs. Wilson didn't know what he was doing, so
And it stinks for LA because I feel like every year they make the playoffs, their superstar that gets them there always gets injured at the wrong time. Todd Gurley a couple of years ago in their Super Bowl run, and Aaron Donald this year.
Yep. I mean, with a core injury like that, wasn't his ribs obliques? I mean, as dominant as he is, he
needs that core,
if you cannot use your upper body for the bull rush and the clubbing like he does, that is his game. He bull rushes you, he clubs you to get you out of the way to see where that ball is. With that gone, I mean, even at 75% though, he's more dominant than 90% of the league.
Oh,
but,
yeah, definitely.
But not against those Packers. I mean, it was close until the fourth quarter, but Aaron Rodgers did what he did in Lambeau Field, especially.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, their offense just looks really potent, like it should have been the past couple of years. Some would argue.
They were the better team. That's what Jeff Symbieta said. He's like, I mean, the Rams just got outplayed.
Yeah, I mean, with the injuries, and I mean, with your starting quarterback, I mean, having to wear the glove with a broken thumb, you can't. I mean, he couldn't throw the ball further than 20 yards down the field. And when they got down there, I mean, they needed to go further than 20 yards, and all he could do was dink and dunk. You could see it there on the Rams' last couple drives.
And not having Kupp in the game was a huge loss for the Rams. Who, I mean, Robert Woods and the other guys, they're good weapons, but Kupp's kind of their go-to guy in big play situations from the Rams games I've seen this year.
Oh, definitely.
But Rams go down to the Pack up in Wisconsin, Green Bay, and that goes to this, like we said, this is the Hall of Famer side of the division or side of the conference. Brees versus Brady. I mean, just the story of it being in the NFC, and that was interesting. But close game the whole time, 6 lead changes or whatever.
Yeah, it was huge.
But Brady comes out on top. Brees, those mistakes just killing him at the end of the game. Turnovers just did it in for the Saints. But you know what? Just because Jameis Winston throws one good touchdown pass, I don't think that's enough to say this is your team now. And Taysom Hill, what is he? Is he a quarterback? Is he a wide receiver? Is he a running back? What actually is he? So you know what? I'm saying Brees definitely comes back. I'm with Josh on this. One of the biggest competitors at the quarterback position we've ever seen. He never really he doesn't care about the accolades and all of that. He cares about putting winning.
One more ring. He wants one more ring. He owns most of those accolades. I think he owns yards and yards in regular season and completions.
Yeah,
he's got that.
You know what? And then after the game, watching Brady and Brees have that interaction with the kids, and Brady threw the touchdown pass.
Yeah, man, that's just cool.
I thought that was really cool. These are the same kids that he was holding in the Super Bowl, like when he had the little the noise canceling earbuds on, and he was rocking, doing his thing. Now he's catching passes from Tom Brady. I think it was really good.
That was pretty cool.
But you know what? The Saints, they still have Michael Thomas, who really didn't do much this year.
This year he was non-existent.
Kamara's still Kamara.
Yeah, Kamara's still Kamara. They're all there. Like I said, that's why I think Brees is back too. I mean, he's still got talent. Plug in a few. I mean, maybe make a change in the line, as most NFL teams will this year. People are seeing the offensive line and defensive line is back to winning you games.
I think, honestly, too. I think if they relied less on the pass a little more and just ran and just
that's how they were winning.
Dedicated to running the ball, I think the Saints are just going to be right back in it.
Yeah. They'll fix it.
But let's do a preview of the championship, the AFC and NFC championships now. Kansas City and Buffalo. Jay, what do you think about this Kansas City versus Buffalo game?
I'm thinking we're going for the Bills.
Yeah, we're going for the Bills for
Bills.
sure.
So I don't care. Sorry, Pat. I'm sorry. But, I mean, in reality, it might be Patrick Mahomes take it over as usual. Or Haney, if he comes back, that's a big key.
Yeah, that is what everybody in the NFL universe is looking at right now. Is Mahomes going to be ready to play?
Will he make it?
I mean, and Andy Reid had already come out. I mean, it was his head got hit. They came out. He's already, was pretty cognitive after it. It was just precautionary. He lost his legs, came back. So it was more the body. I mean, they said, but naturally, of course, he's going to say that. Andy Reid wants his guy back. He doesn't want to come out going,
he was all over the place.
he couldn't remember 2 + 2 or anything. Of course, I'm not going to come out and say that.
Sounds like Varsity Blues.
Yeah, wait, it's got to be true or false. So, I mean, Mahomes, speedy recovery. He'll probably be back. This is, the AFC Championship. This is to go back-to-back wins. I mean, and then did you see the statistic though during that game when the Chiefs took the lead? They have led in like 60 consecutive games or something like that. Like,
craziness.
That's tough.
Just ridiculous numbers. You know what's funny too is even with Henny as the backup in the game. You know what? They still have all these weapons. Yeah, you still have to cover all of these weapons still.
Except for that duck that he just tossed up there and hoped Tyreek Hill would turn around and catch it.
Yeah.
He did all right. I mean, he ran when they needed first downs. He put his head down and got it. I mean, he threw
the critical conversion late in the game to seal the win.
Exactly. So I guess Chad Henne is bad.
There's no way.
He's no Patrick Mahomes.
If Mahomes doesn't play, Bills, but we're all AFC West panel, so to speak. So we're going for Buffalo.
We're going for Buffalo.
Let's go
Bills.
Mountain West Conference.
I want
Josh Allen.
Bills and Brady.
Yeah, Josh Allen from Wyoming. Here we go. There you go. Josh Allen turning it in. Stephon Diggs, man, he's turned it on.
Yeah.
That trade was exactly what he needed from the Vikings.
First, I think that was his first. Pro Bowl he made this year.
This year first Pro Bowl.
And it was not only his first Pro Bowl, but it was also his first All-Pro recognition at receiver. So,
Kirk Cousins, how do you like him now?
And Buffalo hasn't really put up an explosive scoring game yet so far this postseason. I mean, it was looking pretty nice in Kansas City compared to Buffalo. So, I could see this easily being 40-something, 40, 45, high scoring.
Yeah.
But you never know in the playoffs. That's also the thing, too. It's usually not the way we expect it, but I'm going very close game on this, but the Bills somehow figure it out at the end of the game.
We'll go close.
Their defense is just better than Kansas City.
They are.
And I mean, Honey Badger made a big play yesterday with the interception, but other than
could have had 2 interceptions. Where you at, Tyrod?
Yeah, and then it's like that
Honey Badger.
Okay,
Honey Badger gets 2, man.
But I don't see Kansas City stopping Buffalo's offense too much.
They look too good right now. I'm with you.
We're all going Buffalo Bills. Let's
Bills.
Let's nail that in. But, I mean, if Mahomes
NFC
plays, it's probably going to be Kansas City.
I don't know. Even if Mahomes plays, I think it's a good game. I think the Bills pull it off there. Kansas City, I mean, it is a home game again for them. I believe they said somewhere there that Kansas City is allowing the most people in the NFL right now. So it is a traditional home game, very loud there. But the Bills got to play that. They
heard pretty packed.
Yeah, but the Bills finally got their home game with a crowd in it, and you're not telling me the Bills Mafia is not going to come in droves to Kansas City?
Which crowd's scarier?
Yeah, the Bills Mafia already. They probably already bought out every single folding chair in the 50-mile radius of Arrowhead Stadium.
Hide your desks.
Every Walmart is sold out cold of folding tables near Arrowhead Stadium, guaranteed.
With that being said, let's go to the NFC Championship. We got the Green Bay Packers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Go on, Brady.
Battle of the number 12s.
Ooh.
The legacy factor.
The GOAT versus the chip on his shoulder GOAT.
Aaron Rodgers, you want to be one of the greats, take down Tom Brady in the championship, go to the Super Bowl, and win this baby, man.
Right?
If you want to be remembered with the greats, if you don't want to just be Dan Marino, he had the best looking arm I've ever seen in my life. you want to be that guy, or do you want to be a part of the 2 Super Bowl ring squad? I mean,
I never thought about that. I mean, for years and years and years, it was Peyton taking on Brady in the AFC. They were taking care, and Rodgers just never made it. Like, as big a chip as he has on his shoulder, he had the easiest time, I guess. I mean, Drew Brees was there for the Saints, but
they've never really met up in the playoffs.
He's never had a rival over there like Peyton versus Brady.
Yeah.
Like anything like that. So this is his first test here. I mean, it's always, I don't have talent, or we got hurt, or it was just that one-year team that just came out of nowhere and did it. So, I mean, if Brady's going to play a couple more years, this maybe Rodgers may not get another ring because of it. And Brady might get 3 more.
Who you got?
Oh, this one?
Who you got?
I'm going to go with that perfect Ken doll, Tom Brady. I mean, did you see those close-up zooms in? When they zoomed in on his face mask and he's just looking at you smiling perfect, he looks like a Ken doll. It's like,
yeah, I mean,
he's perfect, man.
He's got a good teacher.
He is, man. So the Ken doll gets it done. I think he beats discount double check in this one.
Yeah.
What about you, Jason?
Yeah, I'm going Brady, just because I want to see him get there, but then just lose. Lose to the Bills.
Give the Bills their first. The GOAT gives the Bills their first franchise.
Hey, the Bills.
For me, I'm gonna go with the Pack.
Woo!
With the Packers.
Way to go, Alden.
I think that you know what, Brady, you've been good for 20 years. You've made 14 championship games. Let somebody else have their day.
But not Aaron. Aaron Rodgers is.
They gotta
okay.
take it.
Aaron Rodgers to me is the biggest. Like he everyone says, he has that chip on his shoulder for where he was drafted. Why? Everyone talks about how great he is. He's the greatest of this time. Blah 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 blah. Why does Rodgers have such a big chip on his shoulder? Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
So you got drafted late in the first round. Okay, you won your Super Bowl. Everything happened. The whole far thing. But where have you been lately? I mean, Brady didn't have all the help in the world. I mean, that's where Aaron Rodgers, the Packers never gave him any help or anything. Well, besides injuries, I mean, they've had Devontae Adams for a while, right? All that's just beat Brady. Now you have to do it. No more excuses, no injuries, no nothing. You guys are the number 1 seed.
I'm
beat
saying
Brady.
For legacy factor and for all the things I said earlier, that's why I'm going with the Pack. But Buccaneers, they do have a really good team. Their
defense looked good against the Saints.
Yeah, the defense looked really good. They have JPP and Shaq Barrett coming off the edge. That's a really good pass rushing tandem right there, duo. But you know what? I'm going with the Pack. Aaron Rodgers, put up or shut up time. I'm gonna have him.
Pack. Hey, it's at home. That might be the reason they get it. Hey, nothing wrong with going.
You know what? And another Tom Brady advantage. He's used to playing in cold,
he plays in the snow.
Snow championship
It's
games.
an advantage.
He knows how to throw it. I mean,
it's an equalizer, I guess.
Deflated footballs usually, but they're looking out for that.
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes this time.
Check his pockets.
You know what? This time he doesn't have Charles Woodson and all those other guys. I was actually talking about this. Remember when they did win the Super Bowl and their whole secondary got hurt in the Super Bowl? Mm-hmm. Like Charles Woodson was in a sling and somebody else was in. Yeah. Their whole secondary went down. But
we gotta go. We gotta get to the schedule.
But Packers versus Bills for me.
All right.
But to the schedule.
Here's our schedule.
All right, who's on
tomorrow? Steve Davis Show is AYBL President Dan Serrano. We're going to talk and see what the young guys are doing during this pandemic. See what Dan's trying to do to keep kids active. Dan Serrano.
Dan the man. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Friend of the program. He's been trying to find gyms and once the public opens up, he's trying. So always good to have Dan on to talk AYBL basketball.
All the kids definitely want to play. Yes. I can only imagine just all the energy. They're just building up.
Bouncing off the walls.
Sports Desk. It hasn't gotten to me who the guest was this week, but last week we had Chad Wallen. Josh, you did that show. Yeah, how was Coach Wallen? Good
stuff, man. Show? Chad Wallen, a great guest. Let us know what they're doing over at Volcano Vista, the issues that that they're going through with COVID and just waiting to see how the NMA and the governor pan out and if they're going to let them play.
Chad Wallen.
Chad Wallen, Volcano Vista, great interview. You can check that out on it's on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere there. This is the rundown. If you missed prime
Don't
time
forget it.
tomorrow. If you missed this great show today,
This live one. It's tomorrow.
it is.
Who was on our show?
It is the 3 best hosts ever, and you hear football. 3 guys who don't really know what they're talking about, talking football for you.
It gets the job done.
Hey, if the Bills win, hey, we're all geniuses. Oh, Local Focus with Sebastian. Now that is tonight, and we have, she is the state's fastest female track competitor, Adriana Tatum. She came into the studio. It was good talking to her.
Last week you guys had Jordan Bird on.
Jordan Bird, yeah. So 2 of the fastest. It was good having Jordan on. So we figured we had Jordan, one of the fastest guys in New Mexico ever. He's at San Diego State now. So this week,
keep the guest list on in the fast lane.
yeah, keep him in the fast lane. Hey, if you have an idea for a guest, hit up Sebastian on Twitter.
Red Menace.
Keep him in the fast lane.
I don't think they're
Red Menace still on.
they're taking a hiatus for right now. But I mean, there's a lot of these shows in the archives. Check out Michael Frankel at Cage Minds. He always has stuff going on in all the news, MMA, and in the fighting world.
Listen to
fighting
Carlisle on.
Yeah, and listen to Carlisle on the radio.
Yeah, afternoon show at 3. But you can catch the opening drive.
Yep, every day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. We're still streaming on Facebook from 7 to 10 on all social media platforms. JJ Buck, Jeff Zimbietta, Micah, and us, the crew, the ProView crew.
Turn on Facebook with superfan Wanda Stockton. She's always there, says hello every day. Go Lobo. She's our top fan there. Just shout out to Wanda. Hey, chime in, say what's up. To the Point with Mick Rich. It's Mick giving his view on what's going on in politics today. It's pretty good there. It runs at 6 a.m. Mick has been solo the past 2 weeks. He'll be solo again this week, but gives a perspective on what's going on in politics and what's just going on, in the country. Tipping Point, another version. You get another view. Politics, everything, just New Mexico, right?
Yep. Everything New Mexico, Channel 26.
With Paul Gessing. Paul Gessing hosting that up.
They're very informative.
Talk it up, America.
Yeah, let's see what Marty and Ed have to talk about this week. It could be anything.
From, Blue Eyes.
Historical facts to every quarterback that's ever played in Texas.
Game Face Live with the superstar, Henry T.
Monday, today we had Pat King, former UNM great basketball player. Let's see what they have coming up on Wednesday. And Flora Padilla with Flora Empowering Talk. That one is coming up 6:30 Tuesday.
Yeah, Flora. Like Alvin always says.
Oh yeah, it's these are very important shows, especially now in this time. Mending Broken Heart Ministries coming at you. The times are rough. Definitely check these shows out. They're great for mental health. And that's it.
Yeah, if you need a positive word, anything like that, tune into Flora. That show just gives positivity during these tough times.
And the 2 games this week we got from the ProView Vault: 3A 2014 State Basketball Championship, Hope Christian versus St. Mike's. And on the girls' side, it will be the Portales Rams versus Shiprock in that 2014 matchup, 6 and 8 p.m. on Saturday night.
Hey, digging deep into the vault. Those are good stuff. Hey, every Saturday, if you want to catch up on some old, not old, but 8 years old, well, we're 14, go check them out. Live in the past. Yeah.
30 seconds?
30 seconds, hey.
Let's put our favorite music on.
Football. Jam out. Hey,
Jam out.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow if you're up early and you want to check out, see what Jeff and JJ are wearing, looking at,
Mahomes, you can take a week off. It's okay, man. 2-time MVP, Madden cover. What else do you need?
It's okay to skip a Super Bowl.
Ultramax contract, you're good.
There haven't been back-to-back Super Bowl champions for a while. Hi, Mom.